your Lalita.
Sorry?
I enjoy your Lalita Sahasranam and everything, Postiji. I went to sleep so late.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were doing the Navratri and suddenly it pop up in my screen. So I listened then.
Yeah, yeah.
You and Swamini, she was doing it, right? Together.
Sonal Ben was doing. Sonal Ben
Oh, it was
doing.
Sonaben? Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's start with the prayers. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mahai Om
Shanti Shanti Hari Om Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
So we'll start with a summary, and like yesterday, then at the end I will do the brief summary and then just chant the verses.
Okay.
Yes,
The first
Sudhirji.
one. Yeah, first one is Paranchikani Vyatrunat Swayambhu. It starts with that. Paranchi is going outwards. Khani means the senses. And what Vyatrunat means created with a defect. So basically here Yamaraja said the Supreme Lord, as if the sense organs have been made defective. Sense organs have natural tendency to look outwards, whereas the knowledge of Brahman happens with the looking inwards. So why the Brahma, why the Lord has created these organs looking outwards? That is what is made by that. But the wise people, having understood the crux of this Brahman, know that one has to close sense organs looking outwards and practice of seeing inside by closing their eyes or directing mind to look inside. That is what the gist of this mantra is. Then, एक minute. एक minute, I have lost my. Yeah. So, it's a contour to 4, no? What is that? Contour 4? Which one you are looking? I'm just lost that.
We are Canto 1, Adhyaya 2.
Adhyaya 2, Canto 1. Yeah.
Adhyaya 2 and first Canto.
Yeah.
First volume.
First volume. So I just pressed something and it just vanished. Okay. The verse 2 says, Parachaha Kamanuyanti Bala. Bala here means the children, but then it is to be taken in the sense of the people who are less matured, not matured. These people pursue anuyanti external pleasures, parachakaman, and they fall in the widespread net of mrityu. That means they have to undergo birth and death cycle consistently because they do not know, they are ignorant. When the wise man, having known the immortality and they control their desires, they control their looking onwards and look inside to go to the Amrutatvam. Amrutatvam is the immortality. Immortality. So that is how there is a difference between the less mature and the wise people. Amruta Chakshu, here Swamiji described about Amruta Chakshu, that is the here Chakshu is doesn't mean the eyes, the Chakshu means the Indriyas, all the external going Indriyas. Amruta Chakshu is the Indriyas which are being under their control.
Where are you seeing Amruta Chakshu?
Amruta Chakshu, he has said Swamiji sometimes in this while I was listening to that, and from there I have taken out. Amruta Chakshu, immortality.
I will tell you.
He
Just
was
give me five.
explaining- he was explaining in
I'll give
that
5 minutes.
description
What
of
is the mantra track number? I will look and tell Prushti where is it.
no, it's not in the mantra. While
No,
Swamiji explained
no, I'm telling you, asking you the track number.
Second, second month. He is summarizing second, because there is no word. Avruta Chakshu is the word, not Amruta Chakshu. Avruta Chakshu. So Avruta Chakshu means inward looking.
Amruta
Avruta
Chakshu.
Chakshu. Avruta Chakshu.
Amruta Chakshu means what?
Avruta, not Amruta.
Avruta.
Avruta.
Avruta Chakshu means one who has withdrawn himself from his senses, from the external objects.
Oh, okay. Probably I have written it wrong from that lecture.
Avruta
Yeah.
Chakshu. So one who is Vairagyavan. So one who is Adhikari. Basically, one who is introvert, who has now withdrawn himself from the outside sense pleasures, etc., and who is focused in contemplation of the self.
Okay. Yena rupam rasam gandham shapsan.
No, that's
Sparshan.
yours.
That is
Is it
third.
yours?
Yeah,
but is it?
mine is 1 to 4, I think.
Wait a minute. Oh, you are doing till 4th. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
Yena rupam rasam gandham shapsan sparshan cha maithunat. So it starts with that. It is the Atman, which through the sense organs, that is Sapta, Sparsha, Rupa, Gandha, Rasa, and sexual pleasures, understands external world. Sense organs by themselves are inert, and unless they are shined by Atman, that unless they are shined by Atman, they don't understand the world. The world is the Atman shines these external organs for understanding the world. What illuminates everything, in generally, it's what illuminates everything is a consciousness or the Atman. That Atman is the one who knows forms, taste, smell, sound, etc. Okay. Then coming to the fourth, this thing.
So that Atma Tattva is being expounded in third mantra. The Amrutatva Viditva of the second mantra is expanded in the third mantra, and that any experience that we have through whatever this sense organs, etc., that is nothing but it is on account of this Atma Tattva. Etad Vaitata. This is the same Atma Tattva that I talked to you before, and I'm telling you again. So now we will get a series of Etad Vaitata. And this is all of these, wherever we hear this Etad Vaitata, they are like Mahavakyas. So it is telling you the identity of that Jiva and Brahma again. So it can be those mantras for contemplation. Yes, you can go to fourth mantra.
Yeah. Just a second. Part 2. In both dream and waking state, it is all pervading vibhum, all pervading, that is vibhum, great, mahtam, atma, the consciousness which perceives through the sense organs about the external world. And the wise people know that with all their perception, Atman does not grieve because of their understanding, of Atma. And wise men know this and they do not grieve. They do not, make shloka, or that is what it means. That is the gist of the shloka 4. That is what it is. Hari Om. Yeah, that's how I completed.
Hari Om.
So, who is doing fifth?
Yeah, I
Gopalji,
am
right?
doing the
Fifth to ninth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing the fifth. The fifth one is this talks about that the truth what Nachiketa wanted to know. Here, Yamaraja says that what you wanted to know is indeed this one, meaning that the Atma is your own self. The Atma is your own self. And if you go to this mantra, there is Swamiji's told that one, about this one. When I perform an action, we experience we expect some karma pala. If we do this karma pala, that there is a fruits of the action as a Atman, and always we always near and the Lord of we know the Lord of the past and the future will not conceal himself from the others, and this is verily is the you. That's what he says. You know the past, future, and other things, the God as yourself. That's what. So karma pala is called, here is the Madhu, the first line. Madhvadam Veda. Madhvadam Veda. Madhu Adam Veda, yeah. This is this one. The doership, the enjoyership is not in me. The doership is not in the mind. The enjoyership also in the mind. The birth and death are also are not in me, they are in the body, then who am I? Isharam Bhuta Bhavishya. Bhavishya. Recognize that, in fact, I am the Iswara, the master of the Bhuta. Isana, the master of Bhuta, the past, present, and the future. So, in that truth, what he says again,
I am the Ishanam Bhuta Bhavyasya. I am the master of the time. So, I am the Ishvara of the Bhuta Bhavya. So, I am the master of the time.
Yeah.
Or
So
the one who is the master of time, and the one who is the karma phala data,
karma
phala bhokta is one. Karma phala bhokta madhuvidam is one. So again, the identity between Jiva and Ishvara.
Yeah. Okay, next can I go?
Yeah. So there in this series, what you will find is some element explaining the Tvam-pada, some element explaining the Tat-pada, Ishvara, some Jiva, and then it will show the identity. Na tato vijigupsate. So having known this identity, in fourth one, dhiraha na shochati. Here, na tataha vijigupsate. There is no need for vijigupsa, disgust or hatred. That kind of bhavana need not have a place in your life. And this is that which you were asking for, Nachiketa. So this trend you will be seeing from now in the entire Adhyaya second in all the different Valli. Whenever you see that Etad Vaitata. Yes, you can go to sixth mantra.
Yeah, in the next couple of mantras, there is 6th, 7th, 8th all talk about the next three mantras. You understand we talk about the Hiranyagarbha, the Virat and Virat. Hiranyagarbha and Virat is talking about 6, 7, 8 and all. See, he is explaining, Swamiji is explaining Hiranyagarbha. Though he quotes there is already, we have read this one, and every one of you know that one. And he says here, in the casual state, the subtle state, and the gross state, there are three states are there. When I am in a fast asleep, I am in what I call it is the casual state. When I am dreaming,
The causal state and subtle state. So gross state, subtle state, and
yeah,
so
I'm coming to that.
subtle.
I'm coming to that. So when I am dreaming, then I am in the subtler stage. When I am awake, I am in the gross state. We have casual body, subtle body, and the gross body. So this body
You
made
are
up of
saying casual, that's why I'm correcting it. You have to say it causal.
casual, is it?
Like it is causal. So like Karana Sharira, right? Karana
Okay.
Sharira is translated as causal in English. And the
Karana Sharira,
Sukshma
causal.
Sharira is translated as subtle body.
Okay, causal. No, that I was really not knowing about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
So our sense organs, mind, intellect, and all of them, and prana makes what we call the subtle body. And ignorance and all the states of action, etc., we call the causal body. Gross body, subtle body, causal body. In the deep state, there is only one identification with the causal body, and that time it is called a prajna. Prajna. The deeper sleep, prajna. Okay, prajna. The deeper state, the deep sleeper. So when I am dreaming, there is a further identification with the subtle body also. That time it is called Taisya.
Tejas.
Tayasa. And when I am awake, there is identification with the gross body as well. That time I am called a waker or Vishwa. So the waker, dreamer, the deep sleeper, Vishwa, Tayasya, and Prajna, all the technical names. But at the individual level, it is also that is what we talk about individual level, and in the cosmic level also it is there. Imagine the whole cosmos is sleeping, where you say that the whole universe is sleeping, God is sleeping, and that is called the causal state, universal causal state. So the total causal state, this state is called Ishvara. Technically, although the word Ishvara is used for God in general, but technically speaking, Ishvara is a one identified with the totality of the cause. Then Ishvara wakes up, half awake, just from deep sleep, come to a dream. I come to a dream then. When there is an identification with the subtle body, when I am half awake, similarly Ishvara also wakes off awake. That time there is identification with the totality of all subtle bodies. So Jiva is individual and Iswara is total. That's the main thing. Jiva is individual and Iswara is total. So the first thing that happens is the manifestation of the subtle body. Manifestation of the subtle body in the dream, then manifestation of the gross body in the waking state. At the cosmic level also, when the God wakes up, the first created, what we call as the subtle body, this state is called Hiranyagarbha. Here there's a Hiranyagarbha is there. The cosmic age, Hiranyagarbha. Cosmic age, Hiranyagarbha. And when the God wakes up fully and identified with the gross body, it is called Virat, the cosmic person. Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha, Virat, there is a sleeper, dreamer, and the waker. This happens at the individual level as well as the total level. So the principle of Hiranyagarbha is God identified with the totality of all subtle bodies. Understand that dreamer is the same. The person who is sleeping, he alone dreams and he alone wakes up. Not that the waker is indifferent from the one who is sleeping. So I who is sleeping, I alone dream, and that alone wakes up. So the waker is the same as the dreamer, is the same as the deep sleeper. So these two in the next, so these two mantras, next two mantras tell us that identity, that Ishvara and Brahman is the same as the Hiranyagarbha. The Brahman or Ishvara, when he puts on the costume of subtle body, he gives an example like this. Not an example, he compares this one. When same Brahman or Ishvara, when he puts on the costume of all subtle bodies, he becomes to be called as a Hiranyagarbha. When he further puts on the costume of all gross bodies, he comes to be called as a Virat. Therefore, the knowledge of the Ishvara becomes complete. When we recognize Hiranyagarbha as also Brahman and Virat also as Brahman, meaning that when we recognize gross creation as also as Brahman and the subtle creation also as a Brahman and causal creation also as Brahman and Brahman transcending all of this. So we recognize Brahman as a transcending principle as well as the immanent, pervading and all causal, gross and subtle. Then the recognition is complete. The sixth mantra says that even Hiranyagarbha also is none other than the Brahman. Like water stands for the five elements, so one was born before the five elements, one was before the gross creation is also into being. That is Hiranyagarbha. So Lord first of all manifests as a Hiranyagarbha, and he is the self of all the living beings. So one who is the self of all living beings, one who is also a subtle body in all living beings, that is Hiranyagarbha. That also is none other than the Brahman, because it is Brahman in associating subtle body. That is called Hiranyagarbha. That is the self of all the beings. First of all, the Brahman comes into being. So it is said that Lord as though performs penance and first manifestation of his Brahman. So Adviha Puram Tapasya Ajayata, one who is born as a result of tapas or the knowledge before the five elements, the Hiranyagarbha, that is Hiranyagarbha.
Ajayata. Ajayata. See, we are
Ajayata.
speaking very incorrect Sanskrit. So we should either speak correct Sanskrit or we should just speak the translation. It's very incorrect Sanskrit.
Okay, no, right, madam. No. Right, very right.
It just means totally something else, right?
Though it may not connect it, that's why I'm okay. Okay, right. I'm not pronouncing it properly.
Yeah.
So one who is born as a result of tapas or the knowledge before the five elements, that Hiranyagarbha, who dwells in the heart of all beings as a self, is also called Brahman. Meaning, Brahman is the self dwelling in all beings. He should be recognized as such. That is not only transcending everything, but pervading everything also, the self of all. The next mantra also says, use the same idea actually. In this seventh mantra, Hiranyagarbha, they use the word Aditi. That is, Aditi is the one which is familiar, who are familiar with the Purusha, who knows about the Purusha, they also know about the Aditi. This Prajapati, the creator, had just for an idea about Aditi. Prajapati, the creator of two wives, has two wives. One is Aditi and other is Titi. Aditi, who is the self of all the devatas. There is another name for Hiranyagarbha. The feminine name of Hiranyagarbha is Aditi. Aditi means who is the eater, who is the one who perceives the eater. Eater means the perceiver. That one who is a perceiver, the one who is the experiencer of all beings. So, Bhakta, the experience in me, is the one who experiences all kinds of objects. So, I can be called a Bhakta. So, I can call the eater, the Bhakta, the enjoyer. So, Aditi or Brahma or Lord, who is as enjoyer, the Bhokta in all the living beings. That Aditi, who is the mother of all devatas, meaning that who is nothing but Hiranyagarbha, totality of all subtle bodies, who obtains the self of all and as of all, one who enjoys all the various objects. That Aditi, the enjoyer, dwelling in all the living beings also, is none other than the Lord, none other than the Brahman, is none other than myself. And so here in Upanishad says, in this mantra, that one should recognize the self as the self of all. Then going to the seventh. Okay. In this mantra, a reference is made here to the Virat, the
That
cosmic
is
person.
Aditi one, right? The Aditi one
Madam?
you mentioned is mantra 7.
6.
No, Aditi is coming in 7. Unless we have a
Hello.
different.
Okay,
Okay,
it's still, but Swamiji given 6th, 7th, and 8th, and together almost
okay, fine. That's
one,
fine. You okay?
one
You
overlapping
can just
another. Because when I tried to separate it, I say
yeah.
when Virat came, I separated it to 7th.
Hmm.
Is it a Virat coming in the 7th, Pushiji?
Aditi is coming in 7th, so that's fine. You can you can just go on. You continue with your
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
मॅच्युरिटी पिरियड तुला लिस्टच्या प्रमाणे काम केले ना 65 इयर्स वगैरे असं काहीतरी.
Aditi, yeah, Aditi is coming in 7th. Okay. So let us take the next mantra also. Again, a
Yes.
technical language reference is made here to the Virat, the cosmic person, meaning the same Brahman, identified with the totality of the gross bodies. It is Lord
Yes.
or Brahman alone that first manifests as a subtle body, then as a gross body, and therefore this gross creation also is none other than Brahman. That is called Virat. Virat is worshipped as fire. So in Vedic times, and we also mentioned in the earlier that we invoke fire. You light when you light Virat is worship is a fire. When you lit the fire in the altar, in the fire, you invoke the principle of Virat, the principle of cosmic person. Okay, but here this is mentioned about Aranai. This Aranai means wooden blocks. There is a Swamiji explains that Aranai, lower block and upper block, which is made to create a friction and create a fire into that one. It is given as a analogy here. There is a upper block where also okay, then fire is actually created by churning the rod between the two blocks. These two blocks are the RNA, lower RNA and upper RNA. And so because of the friction, the rod has with the RNA, that sparks will arise. That fire is located, that is placed between the two RNAs, meaning fire that obtains the wood, which prepares the wood entirely. Okay, so Vedic times, as we know very well, all worship was done through the medium of fire. Therefore, every householder used to, in fact, maintain the fire. They must maintain the fire, at least 2 fires, sometimes five fires also. But at least 2 fires there must be there. Okay, then he says about this yogis protect this fire and worship them they are maintaining this. Mother maintains their maintains the baby in the womb. In that way, they maintain and meditate. Like that's what he maintains in the. That is a example of the meditation of yoga. So this fire, as I say, is a ritual of 2 aspects. One is making the offering, and but that is what called karma. The other is meditating upon the devata which you are invoking, that is we call upasana. The fire is meditated upon, worshipped and meditated upon by the yogis who are always wakeful and alert. One who is alert and wakeful, like a pregnant woman, who is alert and wakeful with reference to the embryo of the child inside. So you can, the two ways we can worship the Lord through the fire. One by invoking the Devata in the fire and making the offering. Second is by meditating upon the Devata in our heart. So that fire, that Virata Purusha, which is the heart of all yogis, that Virata Purusha is the cosmic person who is in the heart of all the yogis, who is also propitiated by all the karma kandis, other people. That Virat also that by tattva. See, that is about the the what we call a, there is nothing but Parabrahma. Okay, there is nothing but Parabrahma. So Parabrahma is the Virat, cosmic person. Parabrahma is the Hiranyagarbha, the total of subtle bodies. And Parabrahma is also Ishvara, the casual body. And Parabrahma is a transcendental principle. All of this is then Edat Vaitat, the truth. And Anashketa, the self that you ask for, this is the nature of the self. That is covered, madam. This 9th and 10th also it's covered in this. 9th, up to 9th I have covered.
Okay. So now it's Bhavnaji's turn.
No, I
Bhavnaji,
referred
do you
back to
have
the
a...
other things also. It is covered in the this mantras also. It is covered, very well covered. I have this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
Okay.
did
I
your
have not
part,
stopped.
Gopal.
I have not stopped anywhere in the sense, I have not curtailed anywhere. So, yeah, right. 5 and 9 is up to 5 to 9 is covered.
5 to 9
But
is
it's all
covered.
Swamiji overlapping one over the another, so it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Bhavnaji, do you have your notes for 5 to
Yeah.
9 as well?
No, I
may I
didn't
or-
because I
You
asked
didn't,
him
okay.
yesterday and he says he's going to do it, so I didn't do it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, I'm not
Next
asking,
time
but
onward,
do you
I
have
will
your
do
note?
it. Yeah, next time onward, I will do it. Okay. This time
No, it's not. I mean, if you have your notes, all I want is that everybody should also bring their notes. I don't want everybody to summarize everything,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Okay. Mine is very short summary. If you want me to, I will do the mantra 10 and you see it is okay or not. Okay.
no, I just if you had it, it is fine. But it's
Yeah.
if not, then you can start with mantra 10.
Yeah. I had mantra 10. This
go ahead.
mantra asserts that identity of the individual and the universal. What is here, here in the individual is also there. Amurta is in the total, and what is there is also here. If someone perceives duality, thinking the Jiva and Brahman are separate, such a person goes from the death to death because smallness itself is a death. Swamiji explained that our senses of the limitation comes only from the misidentified with the upadhi, body mind senses, like looking at yourself in distorted mirror and believing the reflections. So we mistakes our incidental conditions at our essence. Swamiji also compared it is an ornament evaluating itself by self, a bangle and with a chain and chain and with a bangle and so on, but both of them are only good. Similarity, all complexes that I am small, I am weak, I am mortal, all of them are distortions of the our mind, and this is all because our ajnan. And the underlying truth is asti bhati priya, existence, consciousness, bliss, our chainless nature. This is mantra 10. And in Mantra 11, Swami said that self must be known through the mind, though not the ordinary extroverted mind, but inverted mind. The outgoing mind projects likes and dislikes, ragas and dvesas, and then can never see the self. The mind must be purified and made single pointed through the Karma Yoga. Uh, Karma Yoga's values and meditation. Only such a contemplative mind can recognize non duality. Otherwise, one continues to interpret experience as a duality and falls into the repeated birth and death cycle. Swamiji here explained how to work on the mind. If anger arises, the plant forgiveness. If greed arises, practice containment. Just like a gardener replaces weed with the flower, we slowly transfer our inner shell. Swamiji also compare the like and dislike like a colored glasses. When you wear a red glasses, everything look red. But remove the glasses and reality appears as it is. Similarly, remove raga desha and self is revealed. This is mantra 11. Mantra 10 summary is here, this mantra, it says that self is a angushta matraha of the size of the thumb
Matra.
seated in the heart. This is not a literally measurement, but reflects how we wrongly perceive ourselves as a very, very small, located, insignificant. In reality, that very size thumb person is the ruler of the past, present, and future. And Swamiji explained that the mind resides in the heart cavity about the thumb size, and since consciousness reflects in the mind as I, we feel I, bigger I. Is the small as the mind is a big eye, we feel the small eye is the small as that. But the just as the sun reflects in the small pot of the water does not limit the real sun. The reflection of the consciousness is no in the mind does not limit the self. So that was mantra 12. And mantra 13 is the self is compared to a flame without smoke. Uh, and steady, clear, untainted mind, uh, though mistaken as a thumb size, the self is in the fact pure consciousness, luminous and changeless, the ruler of the all the twilight. And Swamiji said, compare with the lamp, that if there is a smoke, it is flickers and obscure. Without smoke, the flame is very steady and bright. Similarly, with the ignorance and identification with the body, mind, and self complexes with upadhi are like the smoke that makes the self appears in the dim and limited. But if we remove the ignorance, and then the self shines as steady light, Satchit Ananda. And now, mantra 14. This verse tells us that one who seems manyness, duality in the self, is a like rain falling on the mountain peak. It splits into many, many streams and disperse. Similarly, the ignorant person, seeing the difference among the selves, chases multiplicity and remain trapped in the samsara. And here Swamiji gives an example of just as mountains rain scattered into the countless rivulets, a mind fragmented by duality scatters into endless pursuits of the wealth, status, pleasure, and all kind of desires, and never finding the unity one with the Atma. So you are always chasing your desire one after another. And Swamiji also explained that such a life is like running after the mirage water, and then you won't able to find it, but you will be exhausted, uh you will be directionless, and it will unending, yeah, uh of yourself. So it is that you have to have your mind make introvert and point steady pointed. And in this verse, Swamiji gives the positive uh, vision. Just as a pure water poured into the pure water becomes one with it, so too the knower of the self realize complete oneness of the Jivatma and Paramatma. No separation remains, and remaining just like imagine that rainwater falling into the clear lake, it does not remain separate, distinct, but merges fully. Similarly, when the one recognizes the self in oneself as a none different from the Brahman, there is no longer the sense of the smallness or individuality, but you feel the full. uh, Swamiji also explained that it is a liberation while living, Jivan Mukti. The knower moves through the life, but abide in the pure unity, ever free. He removes the duality, and he just do the karma without karma phala or thinking. He doesn't think that he's doing any actions. He just finishes the Sanchita karma, what it started in this birth. So that's what this mantra is. So in short, mantra 10 and 11, denial of the duality. Duality is equal to death. Unity must be seen with a purified mind. Mantra 12 and 13 says that thumb size self and smokeless fails comparison. Appearance smallness is the ignorance into the spheres with a changeless light. And mantra 14 and 15 is a rainwater example. Ignorance leads to the fragmentation, but knowledge unites like a pure water merging in the pure water. This is my summary.
So I'll just go over again.
This is okay? This is okay?
Yeah. Yeah, this is. These are a little bit complicated mantras, so I mean,
Yeah, so that's
it's
why
not all. The second part is all manana. So Adhyay 2, entire Adhyay 2 is mananam, and it is a little complicated. So, but you all did very good according to, you know, this
yeah, because it was, if I try
content
to
of the mantra.
yeah, if I
And
try to
when
explain
we
little
will
more,
do,
it becomes so
yeah,
long
it,
summary,
yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. We don't need to go too deep. Yes, Gopalji.
See, when I speak in the meeting, my pronunciation about the Sanskrit slokas or words, no, it becomes
Yeah.
difficult for me. I understand because I myself feel I have not done it, that spelling of these words properly. But when what I do now, I keep another references and we split the word, each and every word, each and every meaning, English meaning it is given. I try to practice on them so that no, because when I speak those words, that looks good. For example, now in the one
Yeah,
which
but
is
what I'm saying is like Ajayata should be Ajayata. I mean, I
no
am
right,
very
okay.
much flexible.
No, no,
Uh,
right, no, no, that's okay. No, for
okay.
example, now in the last 15th mantra, Yata Utakam Durge Prastam
There's there's a lot of correction. Udakam.
Udakam. Yeah,
I
Udakam
mean,
is very,
if
very popular for me. That this word Udakam is very, very okay. We require again and again practice with the
yeah,
person
yeah,
along with the person who
yeah,
recites that one. With them, we have to practice.
yeah.
So
All
when
I'm saying is, it is all going to be a matter of practice. Yes, and
yeah,
I still even haven't started that Sanskrit thing that I was going to do. But
mm,
when I feel that the word is completely off, that is when
yeah,
I'm saying that, we can refrain from using Sanskrit
yeah,
right
yeah,
now. There
yeah,
will come a point when we will slowly master all these words. Uh,
yeah.
because if when we are speaking and the word meaning is, you know, um,
changes.
so that is why I am trying to.
Yeah, no, no, no.
Gopalji,
You are perfectly
Okay.
okay. I'm not telling anything about no argument
Yeah.
of these things and all
No,
because I am
I
putting all the
understand
efforts.
that.
I am telling you,
Gopalji,
but I am putting all the efforts to learn and learn and learn and learn many times. That's
Yeah.
what I want. I am putting the
Gopalji,
effort. That's what. Yeah, yes, yes, Mohammed.
it is very hard to when they write the Sanskrit in the English. It is very very hard to read it.
Yeah,
So
Correct?
yeah,
Sanskrit is something you have to like even that bhakara,
Yeah.
we have to pronounce like I have to start with ka kha ga ga gha. So I still haven't started doing teaching the Sanskrit thing, the 10-minute thing that I wanted to, but it's going to start with the syllables, that how are you going to pronounce the kakara, one is coming from kantha and all that thing. So unless you have that kind of background, we are all going to pronounce the letters incorrectly.
yeah, right.
And then when is a conjunct consonant, then the letter before gets emphasis. So all this,
Mm,
without understanding all this, you might have a sandhi before you, but that doesn't mean that so we have to do little, at least little bit justice to that language. And so
yeah, yeah.
until we have the grip of that, uh, I'm suggesting that we That's why I'm not entertaining.
Even though,
All of you speaking.
yeah, even though I'm
Pushpiji,
learning it, sometimes I forget the long dirgha
But
pronounce
I
as the
will,
Raswa.
I have to start those Sanskrit 10-minute thing. Someday I will.
That's okay, Pushti.
Pushpiji, do we have any chanting class in our these things where we can pronounce it properly?
See, what I can do, I mean, we can do a lot of things, but right now, focus on Gnanam. How many years do we have to live? How much do you want to do? Chanting is good. Swamiji himself likes chanting. We can do it. Yes, if you have time, we can do it.
If there is anything,
It's
anywhere
time
we can
consuming.
learn. Yeah. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Time consuming,
We have to,
right?
we have to just focus on everything. Swayamvara hai na? It's a Swayamvara, so we don't
It
have
is Swayamvara. So do you want to focus on chanting or do you want to focus on...
everything. Along with the chanting, chant
If
with the
it is
knowledge.
everything, then it is like Arjuna's bird. Do you want to focus
No.
on...
uh, Jnanam with chanting. So all my organs, along with eyes, talk, everything, focused on everything. So that chanting is included in that, isn't it?
Before chanting, so we
Mm.
will start. We will do that 10 minute Sanskrit thing. So,
Yeah.
at least...
थोड़ा
yeah.
सा उसका प्रैक्टिस होना है ना तो अच्छा है.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you the resources.
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
You can put the site in the our group, Pushti.
Yes. Okay. So, Paranchi Khani. So first of all, it is said how that our sense organs are made to look outwards. They are made to grasp knowledge about the sense objects. And in that manner, as if Bhagavan has done us a great, has left us with a great disadvantage that we should be looking inward and we are doing totally opposite thing. We are constantly doing this anatma darshan. We are constantly dwelling in anatma, whereas we should be dwelling in the knowledge of the self. So this Bhagavan has done as if a great injustice to us. But while this is swabhavikam, while this is natural, naturally everybody is looking outwards, but still, kaschit dhiraha, there is some wise person, pratyagatmanam aikshata, who having seen the pratyagatmana, the innermost self, how avritta chakshuhu, the organs which are looking outwards, he has made it avritta chakshuhu. He has withdrawn his interest from the outside objects, sense objects, and he is now focused on that self, the Atman. How did he do that? Amrutatvam icchan, because he's the one who is desirous of this immortality. He is the one who is desirous of seeing the tattva. He is the one. Amrutatvam icchan is who? Mumukshu. And avruta chakshu is that vairagya. Having gained that vairagya, and having this mumukshutvam, this intense desire to know just this self, this this wise person has mastered his sense organs to withdraw it from the outside world. Then going to the second mantra, looking outside meaning what? One looks outside for happiness, and so that avritta chakshu meaning what? that for happiness I need not rely on anything outside. My Atma, myself, is sufficient. Parachaha, Parachaha. So then the second mantra is talking about this Viveki, the one who is not wise. So the first line is talking about the aviveki, one who is not able to discriminate between what is right and wrong, and so is lured by the sense pleasures. And in this way, he continues to uh, to remain in this mrityu. Which kind of mrityu? Avidya, kama, karma, and karma phala. Ignorance, which leads to kama, desire, which leads to karma, action, that leads to karma phala, and subsequent janma and maran, birth and death. So for aviveki purusha, this kind of mrityu, he is constantly in the parsha, in that, in that, what do you call, uh, gale ka fansa, that parsha of avidya, kama, karma. He remains here. But the dhiraha, the wise people, amrutatvam viditva, having known the truth, having known the reality, having known the immortality, dhruvam adveshu na prarthayante. He does not desire for impermanent thing among this permanent, permanent, among the permanent. So within the impermanent thing of the world, he does not seek this permanent, or he does not seek permanent happiness, eternal happiness, from these sense objects or from the objects of the world which are impermanent. Okay. So now Amrutatvam Viditva, that part is again connected to the third mantra. And what is that Amrutatvam, knowing which this wise remains so that they do not crave for eternal happiness among the impermanent objects. What is that? So that object is that Yena Rupam Rasam Gandham, which is the substratum of all our experience through the different sense objects. And etenaiva vijanati kimatra parishishyate. Having known this, that the substratum of every experience is this one consciousness, which is amrutam, which is immortal. Nothing else remains to be known. Etadvaitata. This is that tattva which you were asking for. Then Swapnantam, Jagritantam. So now again in different ways. So first line the tells about the Twampada. So like I mentioned, how in this Etadvaitata there will be one Twampada. The one part will focus on Twampada, the other part will focus on expounding the Tatpada, and that identity will be shown, and how, having known that identity, there is no sorrow, there is no duality. So the one who knows that the one that is appearing through or interacting through the swapna, and the one that is interacting through the jagrata, cha ubhau yena anupashyati. The sakshi chaitanya, the consciousness, one consciousness alone is operating even in the dream as well as in the waking. And that Chaitanya Tattva, that Sakshi I am. When one knows that, and that Sakshi, is it different from that Mahantam? No, that Sakshi, Chaitanyam, and Mahantam Vibhumatmanam, the one Chaitanya, which is Mahantam, which is Vibhum Atmanam. I'm not going to dwell too much on it, but essentially, all those terms, Mahantam, Vibhum, all pervasive, that Ishvara, the Ishvara's content, the Ishvara which is Mahantam, which is all pervasive, Atmanam Matva, having known that Vibhum and Mahantam as Atmanam, as a self, Dhiraha Asojati. The wise, they do not grieve. Moving on to fifth mantra. य इमं मध्वदं वेद आत्मानं जीवमन्तिकात् ईशानं भूतभव्यस्य न ततो विजिगुप्सते एतद्वै तत्. So Madhvadam is translated as Karmaphala, the Bhokta of Karmaphala, the enjoyer of the Karmaphala. So the content of that enjoyer of the Karmaphala is also what? So I may be the enjoyer of a rasgulla, I may be an enjoyer of, whatever karma phala I may have accumulated. But what is the content of that enjoyer? When I dwell on it and it leads me to that consciousness alone is the substratum of even that enjoyership within me. Is that different from this Tatpadam, which is Ishanam Bhuta Bhavyasya? It is not different from the Karma Phala Data, who is Ishanam Bhuta Bhavyasya, meaning who is the master of the past, present, and future. The master of past, present, and future, Karma Phala Data, is the master of past, present, and future, and that is the only way Bhagavan can be a karma phaladata. Bhagavan can give us our the phala in accordance to the karma that we perform. And so the bhokta I is am I the bhokta I different from the karma phaladata Ishvara? No. It's one consciousness alone as both the bhokta and as the karma phala data. And when one knows that, when one knows this identity, then na tato vijugupsate. Then there is no question of vijigupsa also means the desire to protect oneself. Then one need not try to protect oneself. Then one need not be afraid of anything, and so then one need not protect oneself. So then the sixth, seventh, and eighth are the complicated mantra, which I'm not going to dwell too much into it. But again, just overview. It is talking about the Sukshma Prapancha. So, sixth mantra and seventh mantra is talking about how the knower of Brahman knows oneself as I am the self of all. That Sarvatmya Bhava or Sarvatmya Darshan is being talked about through some complicated language in mantra 6 and 7. So this much we have to understand, that through 6th and 7th mantra, what is intended is that I am the self of all. That this part is being uh, Upanishad is trying to expand. 7th mantra is talking about how the knower of Brahman knows oneself as I am the self of all. That Sarvatmya Bhava or Sarvatmya Darshan is being talked about through some complicated language in mantra 6 and 7. So this much we have to understand, that through 6th and 7th mantra, what is intended is that I am the self of all. That this part is being Upanishad is trying to expand. In the sixth mantra, Sukshma Prapancha was being expounded, that Hiranyagarbha factor, which Gopalji explained. I'm going to read a Hindi translation of this Kailasa. जो मुमुक्षु जल आदि भूतों की अपेक्षा पहले उत्पन्न हुए ज्ञान रूप तप से पैदा होने वाले हिरण्यगर्भ को कार्यकरण रूप भूतों के सहित बुद्धि रूपी गुफा में स्थित हुआ देखता है, वही उस ब्रह्म को देखता है, निश्चय वही यह ब्रह्म है. So first this Hiranyagarbha, who is this Hiranyagarbha? That is being said that Hiranyagarbha is the one who is born of what? So compared to all the gross elements, all the gross 5 elements, this Hiranyagarbha is born first. Purva. Hiranyagarbha is born earlier than all the gross elements like fire, water, etc. All the 5 elements. And so that Hiranyagarbha is what? Sukshma Prapancha. It is in the form of it is Sukshma Prapancha. I'm not going to go into too much detail. And when one understands that same totality, that same totality of subtle body, the same consciousness expressed, manifesting through the totality of the subtle body, is the one who is Guham Pravishya Tishtantam, who, having entered this cave of my heart, is residing here. Yah bhutebihi vyapashyatah. Bhutebihi vyapashyatah. So when one sees that oneness, that the same consciousness in the Hiranyagarbha has entered or is obtained or is available to be known as I here in this heart, then that is the aikyam that one gains, and that is the tattva that, O Nachiketa, you have been asking for. Then that same Sukshma Prapancha is also being explained in that seventh mantra. And again, it's I'm not going to go dwell too much into it, but Aditi is being talked about in that case. And by Aditi, what we should understand is what the senses that eat, they are called Aditi. The senses that enjoy, they are called Aditi. So from that Brahman alone, Karya, non-differentiated from Karan, Parasmat Paramana, Brahmanaham. Okay, I think the best thing is to leave this complicated mantras. But the summary would be the same. Sukshma Prapancha is being explained here. And Aditi is being talked about, meaning the senses which are enjoying, they are called Aditi here. And so we have this Adhideva, Adhyatma, Adhideva, Adhibhuta, right? So Adhibhuta is what? Adhibhuta is the level at Adhibhuta is everything surround. So if I am Pushti, then I am Adhyatma. When I'm talking about my personality, then this is Adhyatma. Then when I connect to this Hiranyagarbha, etc., then that is what Adhideva. And then there is another level called Adhibhuta pertaining to the five elements, pertaining to the five elements. That is called Adhibhuta. So in seventh mantra, the level of Adhibhuta is being expounded. Now, if we don't understand this too much, it is okay. We need not break our mind right now. We will go through all these mantra when the Bhashya, then when we will enter the Bhashya, and at that time, this will make more sense. Right now, all we have to understand is the same consciousness that is available in the Sukshma Hiranyagarbha is also available here in our heart, and also uh, it's the same as in the same consciousness um, that is the adhisthana of all the five elements, the subtle five elements. This much we have to know. This is what the mantra is trying to say. We will be able to understand this better when we enter the Bhashya. So for now, we can park it. Even if we are not able to understand this, it is not a big deal. It's a Vedic terminology. So we can dwell on the mantras we do understand. Because all of these, etad are what? It is abhyasa. It is repetition of the same concept. That is what you are. It is talking about the same aikya. So whatever touches you, whatever you are able to relate to, you dwell on it and you contemplate upon it. And whatever you find it difficult, you can park it aside for now. Over time, when you listen to it over and over again, it will make more sense. It will come to you easily. Even if it doesn't matter. Brahma and Jeev are still going to be what? One. Okay, so then eighth mantra is talking about how that Arani example is given to show that once you have an insight of that Atma Tattva, you should protect it, just like when you are trying to create fire by using that Arani in a homa in Vedic time. That is how they used to do, create fire using an Arani. So even a small spark of fire, once it is ignited, they would protect it so that they would not lose it. In the same manner, once you have an insight of this tattva, one has to protect it. And second example is given like Garbhini Bhi. Like a pregnant woman would take care of her baby. In the same manner, these Vedic people also took care of the Agni, and in the same manner, once you have got this insight of Brahman as self, you have to protect that vision, and so that the worldly pleasures they do not take you away from this vision of oneness. So then in ninth mantra, uh, uh, the causal state, the gross prapancha is being the Virat that Gopalji was talking, that Virat Swarupa that is being stated. जहां से सूर्य उदित होता है और जिसमें वह अस्त होता है. What is that? Consciousness. One consciousness alone is that from which that Surya also is arising and setting. उस प्राणात्मा में स्थिति के समय अग्नि आदि आदिदेव और वाग आदि अध्यात्म सभी देवता अर्पित है. So everything is Everything is arpita. Everything is fixed in which everything is superimposed. That's another word Swamiji uses sometimes. Arpita means what? We say Arpita means fixed, like the spokes fixed in a hub, or Arpita is like what? Is it really fixed somewhere? No, it is superimposed. So, like all these names and forms are superimposed on one consciousness, उसका अतिक्रमण कोई नहीं कर सकता. The superimposition, that which is superimposed, can never transgress that upon which it gets superimposed. And that alone, you please understand as this Brahma, which is the self of all. Then, 10th mantra is just again mentioning about iha meaning here, in yadeva iha meaning here in this costume of jiva, and tad amutra meaning in that costume of maya, Ishvara, what is obtained is one alone, one Brahman alone. And when we know this consciousness in this manner, that Ishwar consciousness and Jiva consciousness is not two different things, one alone, to appearing as two different things because of the costume, and one knows that, then mrityu samrityu apnoti yaiha nana eva pashyati. Okay, so if one doesn't know this reality, then what? Mrityu samrityu apnoti. Then one will see duality. If one doesn't see the oneness between Jiva and Ishwar, meaning one sees Ishwar as different from Jiva, and if that is so, then one remains in samsara, getting birth after birth, etc. So then, Manasa Eva, so how mind alone, Sanskrit mind alone, is the tool to to uh, to gain this gnanam, to gain this knowledge. And if that mind is not Sanskrit, then again what? Mrityu sa mrityu apnoti or mrityu sa mrityu gacchati iha naneva pashyati. 11th, right? So again, so 10th and 11th is doing what? It is censuring the Bheda Drushti. So, how do you know the Tatparya of the Upanishad is in Aikya of Jiva and Brahma? So there are various indicators. One of the indicator is Upanishad may emphasize that oneness many times. So here, all these mantras are abhyasa, repetition. And second thing is what this arthavada, censuring. So when Upanishad praises something or censures something to bring out a point, that is called arthavada. So that is what is happening. Veda drushti ki ninda. So it is censuring the vision of duality, so that we would be focused on that non-duality of Jiva and Brahma, the Aikyam of Jiva and Brahman. So 10th and 11th is Veda Drushti, censuring the Veda Drushti. And then Angushtamatra Purusha pertains to that Brahman. How that Brahman, where is he located? Is Angushtamatra Purusha Madhye Atmani Tishtati. He is obtained here in the heart, of the size of the thumb. That Brahman, who is that Brahman? Ishanam, the one that is obtained here. Who is obtained here? Ishanam Bhuta Bhavyasya Na tato vijugupsate. Ishanam bhutabhavyasya meaning the ruler of the time, ruler of both the past, present, and future. So when you know that the same Brahman is obtained here in this Jivatma, meaning it's the same consciousness, then there is no need to protect oneself. There is no need to hate anybody. There is no need to fear anybody. There is no need to be afraid of anybody. And then I would be comfortable with myself as I am. When 13th mantra again is talking about that Angushta Purushaha, how that is unchanging. That is being said. Eva Jyotiriva Dhumakaha. So how this Angushta Matraha is just a costume, that consciousness which is the ruler of the time, Bhutabhavya Bhavishya, who is obtained today, Adyaha, so Shwaha, as well as tomorrow. The same consciousness is obtained today as well as tomorrow. That is what unchanging, Gudasta Nitya. Then again, 14th, 15th is the Ninda of censuring the Veda Vritti. That those who entertain this duality, all their energy get dispersed like the water falling on that mountain. It never collects. In that way, all their energy is destroyed. But one who is focused on this oneness, yatha udakam shuddhe shuddham asiktam tadrugeva bhavati. There they attain basically the oneness. When we are focused, when our personality is focused and we are able to dwell in that oneness, uh, then uh, when we are able to own up this vision. This is not a word to word meaning. It's the gist of it. Okay, so don't take it word to word. Okay, it's already 6:19. So let me quickly chant. परां चिखानि व्यतृणत् स्वयम्भुः तस्मात् परां पश्यति नान्तरात्मन् कश्चिद्धीरः आत्मा प्रत्यगात्मानमैक्षत आवृत्तचक्षुरमृतत्वमिच्छन् परा च कामाननुयन्ति बालाः ते मृत्योर्यन्ति विततस्य पाशम् अथ धीरा अमृतत्वं विदित्वा ध्रुवम् अध्रुवेष्वः ध्रुवम् अध्रुवेष्विह न प्रार्थयन्ते येन रूपं रसं गन्धं शब्दान् स्पर्शांश्च मैथुनान् एतेनैव विजानाति किमत्र परिशिष्यते एतद्वै तत् स्वप्नान्तं जागरितान्तं चोभौ येनानुपश्यति महान्तं विभुमात्मानं मत्वा धीरो न शोचति य इमं मध्वदं वेद आत्मानं जीवमन्तिकात् ईशानं भूतभव्यस्य न ततो विजुगुप्सते एतद्वै तत् यः पूर्वं तपसो जातम् अद्यः पूर्वमजायत गुहां प्रविश्य तिष्ठन्तं यो भूतेभिर्व्यपश्यत एतत् या प्राणेन सम्भवति अदितिर्देवतामयी गुहां प्रविश्य तिष्ठन्तीं या भूतेभिर्व्यजायत एतद्वै तत् अरण्योर्निहितो जातवेदाः गर्भ इव सुभृतो गर्भिणीभिः दिवे दिवे ईड्यो जागृवद्भिः हविष्मद्भिर्मनुष्येभिरग्निः एतद्वै तत् अतश्चोदेति सूर्यस् sorry यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः अस्तं यत्र न गच्छति तं देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वै तत् ये यदेवेह तदमुत्र यदमुत्र तदन्विह मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति य इह नानेव पश्यति मनसैवेदमाप्तव्यं नेह नानास्ति किञ्चन मृत्योः स मृत्युं गच्छति य इह नानेव पश्यति अङ्गुष्टमात्रः पुरुषः मध्य आत्मनि तिष्ठति ईशानं भूतभव्यस्य न ततो विजुगुप्सते एतद्वै तत् अङ्गुष्टमात्रः पुरुषः ज्योतिरिवा ज्योतिरिवाधूमकः ईशानो भूतभव्यस्य स एवाद्यसौ श्वः एतद्वै तत् यथोदकं दुर्गे वृष्टं पर्वतेषु विधावति एवं धर्मान् पृथक् पश्यन् तानेवानुविधावति यथोदकं शुद्धे शुद्धम् आसिक्तं तादृगेव भवति एवं मुनेर्विजानत आत्मा भवति गौतम ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् sorry it took longer than I thought so we are
So
meeting
we are
tomorrow
meeting
again
tomorrow, right?
5
Yeah, 7:30,
tomorrow
right?
5 yeah
Okay.
5
Okay. Hari Om Pushti ji.
okay,
Hari Om.